Welcome students, Namaskar. Today we are going to start a new topic in advanced welding technology, that is resistance welding. So, what is the need of resistance welding? When I say that I am going to teach resistance welding, what one thing comes into your mind? The earlier welding techniques which we have studied in till now in my lectures, you have studied, are basically involved with a lot of heat, lot of distortion, lot of high temperature, and most of the welding techniques are focused on welding thick materials. When it comes to thin materials, sheets, when it comes to techniques to weld automobiles, suppose automobile sheet are to be welded, then resistance welding has a big role. Resistance welding is something where we do not weld the material with the help of flux, with the help of filler material. We do not take the material to a molten state, that high molten state. We utilize the current, we utilize the material properties, and then the combination of that we used to do resistance welding. So, in today's class I am going to take these number of topics. There will be talk on and definition talk on the resistance welding, which will be continued with the diagram and definition, with the principle of resistance welding, with features of resistance welding, advantage of resistance welding, disadvantage of resistance welding, application of resistance welding, types of resistance welding which are spot welding, seam welding, butt welding and projection welding. So, these number of topics I will be taking on to take the topics further. These number of topics will be covered. So, when you see this diagram, it will look like a manufacturing machine, but if you see it very close, then you will find that here here electrode is there. So, you can see this, and the person is, this is the workpiece which is in lab form and is brought under this electrodes, and he is controlling it with the help of his legs. So, this machine is resistance welding machine, and different parts of it are, these are the upper arm, this is the lower arm, this is the basically vertical arm spacing where this is electrode. So, here in between this, the weld, whatever material we have to weld, we keep that material, and then these are the cooling pipes which provide the, which takes the heating out from the system and keep the temperature under control. This is foot control, and various other things are there, like controlling heat regulator is there. Depending on the material thickness, you have to control the heat regulation is to be done. Moving, so while when you are doing welding, when it is brought together, this is spring which controls the jerk coming on the material. So, with this diagram, with this look, you must have in your mind that what is, how you are, what you are going to think in this resistance welding. Why I have shown this particularly without taking the definition, without making you understand, so that when I define the things, then you can easily understand that what is resistance welding. So, resistance welding is a pressure welding technique using high current and low voltage. The current passing through the two overlapping workpieces causes local heating and temperature of metallic piece raises to the fusion point. So, here we are not increasing the temperature to that level where material is in the molten state, where material is in molten state. Here we are reaching just to the fusion point due to the resistance offered by the workpiece to flow the current. Subsequent application of pressure result in permanent joining of the workpiece by the formation of weld without the use of filler material. Here students, you have to remember that we are not using any filler material, because here the current is high and the voltage is low, we need not worry about the filler material. Workpieces are placed between the two rods. I have shown you the machine where the electrode was there. So, two electrodes are there. So, you have seen that copper electrodes are there. In that, what was happening, we are putting the workpieces in a lap manner, and then we reach to a fusion state by bringing those material together, bringing those electrodes together. In between the material is there. Workpiece are placed between the two rods or the wheels. When I say wheels, that is another form of resistance welding, which serves as a conductor for producing welds. AC electric current is supplied through copper electrode on rolls connected to the secondary coil of the welding transformer. It is used for welding thin sheets of similar metallic material. So, what is the principle of resistance welding? I said that this is the workpiece and this is the welding zone, welding nugget. You can see the cooling water coming and going. You can see this is the electrode, fine. So, what is happening when you are bringing the workpiece in between the electrodes? So, the process is depending on a formula called H is equal to I square RT. So, both heat and pressure is applied to induce coalescence. So, resistance is produced. So, in electrodes, electrode and workpiece under contact and workpiece under surface contact. Pressure is there, we applied a pressure to hold the workpiece, and coalescence at a lower temperature. Too low or too high contact resistance surface lead to burning. Too high soft metal expelled deformation will occur. Too high soft material will expel deformation. So, the welding could not be done properly. The governing formula is H is equal to I square RT, where H is the amount of heat generated at contacting area of the element to be welded in joules. I is the current in amperes, R is the resistance of the current at the contacting area, T is the time of which electric current passes through the joint. Remember one thing students, that here current is very high and the voltage is very low. So, the principle is this, that though you are passing a very high current, because you are passing the high current, heat is generated and welding is done, and at the same time voltage is less, which has its own advantage in resistance welding. Features of resistance welding. One of the main feature is interesting feature of resistance welding is that it uses no flux, such as solder welded parts are easily recycled. Ultraviolet rays are not generated during the process. So, a neat and clean work site is available. It is easy in operation to perform. Only pressing the button leads to automation. It does not require a trained skill arc welding and gas welding. Remember one thing, in the other welding techniques which I have told you, there what was happening, you have to train the person. If it is submerged arc welding, you have to train the person. If it is EDM, it is laser technology. If it is electric arc welding also, the person need to be trained, highly trained. So, the cost of training is very high, and that cost is also added in the production cost. Here nothing like that, you train the person, it takes less time and the person can deliver resistance welding. It is a low cost and high volume production process. Welding can be performed efficiently, not taking much time. The duration of the process is short. You know, students, they the resistance welding is done in a very fast manner, in a convenient manner, in a progressive manner, one after the other you can complete. So, the production rate is very high, and that is why this technique is used in automobile field also, aerospace field also, because when you are going for a production of automobile cars, the time is a very important factor, and there you cannot wait for adjusting the setup time every time. So, spot welding is something where you do not have to do these things only, and that can be automated also. So, in automobile that is automated. So, duration of process is short, workpiece are affected less by heat. You know, there are lot of effects of heat in fusion welding and other welding techniques, where you reach to a very high temperature. In the weld area zone, lot of material properties are changed. Here, as the heat zone is only in a very small area, that is only in the fusion area. So, the material properties does not change. The optimization of the process depend upon the material and thickness of the part to be welded. The electric facility should be present due to the use of large current. You need to understand that when you are using a very large current, then that facility must be tightly it must be of 100% guaranteed, because fluctuation in that can affect your welding performance. Advantages of resistance welding. Welding speed is high, I already said that is the advantage. That is why all the automobile factories, automobile industries are using this technique, and because of high speed they can automate it also. They have to weld the car, different parts of the sheet metal work which is involved in the car automobile is to be welded. So, speed is high. Other welding techniques need lot of cleaning after the welding. So, resistance welding is something which is clean in shape, you can easily do the welding. No flux or protecting glasses are required, rate of production is high, method is simple and does not need high expert labor. You can keep anybody, you can train them, and then it can be easily. The method is simple and does not need high expert labor. It can be kept under some training can be given in a very short span of time and can be utilized. All types of metal can be welded with this. So, this is the another advantage where you do not have to think that what will the combination of material which can be welded, or limitation of the material you can weld. So, that gives you leverage of using in the industries to a larger scale, because when the combination is all type of metals can be welded, and you are free to think that okay, if the production cost is to be reduced, you are choosing different types of material, you know that your resistance welding machine can be easily used here, and the work can be done. When there are certain advantages, there are certain disadvantages of resistance welding. tool cost will be very high. The tool cost, the machine tool which we used is high, initial cost is very high. The work section thickness is limited because of the current requirement. You know, this welding is a clean welding when we say, and this welding is only for thin sections. If you want, if you cannot go for thick sections. So, resistance welding has its limitation, you cannot use everywhere. It is less proficient of high conductive equipment. It consumes high electric power. Weld joint contain small tensile and fatigue structures. So, though there are lot of advantage on mechanical properties, but certain type of mechanical properties after doing the welding can be seen, that is tensile and fatigue structure is quite possible with this type of welding. Application of resistance welding. Different type of welding techniques are used for different purposes. When I give example of automobile, almost every type of welding is used there, but resistance welding is used in sheet metal work. So, all the sheet metal work which is done in the automobile, there you apply. So, vehicle body part is an example application of the resistance welding. Fuel tanks, what any type of fuel tank you are making which is thin in size, where you have to store something, fuel is to be stored or something is to be stored, fuel tanks can be an application of resistance welding. Domestic radiators, all the radiators which are used in automobile to control the heat, that is made with the help of resistance welding. Pipes of gas, oil and water pipelines are also welded through resistance welding. Turbine blades, railway tracks, welding of tubes and pipes are possible with this resistance welding. Now, types of resistance welding. The process of resistance welding is classified into many variants depending upon the shape of the workpiece and form of electrodes. Commonly used resistance welding processes are spot welding, seam welding, butt welding and projection welding. Students, remember one thing, you cannot use any welding technique where you will do not have the flexibility of working, because when you go in industry, when you work on different equipments, when you use different type of application, then flexibility should be there for the welder to utilize the same principle, that is resistance welding, to utilize that principle in different other ways, and that will provide a wide application of this welding technique. If that is not possible, then resistance welding will be difficult to do. Though we are working on thin sheet, remember one thing, that thin sheets working on thin sheets may be of different type. Suppose you are opening as a student, when you pass out, you are opening a steel shop where some almiras or some boxes will be made. So, you cannot have only one method to do it, because almira is something which is different from a box. Suppose you are opening a shop for a tank or a box making steel box making industry, then the application will be same, but you need to have a flexibility in your hand where you can use this types of resistance welding. Spot welding has its own advantage, seam welding has its own advantage, butt welding and projection welding has its own advantage. It is you are going to decide which type of welding technique you are going to use for what type of combination of sheet you are using, what type of application you are doing, and what type of material selection you have done. Now, spot welding. Spot welding is a resistance welding process in which two or more overlap metal sheets are joined by a spot welds. What is spot? Sometime or some place when you are doing painting and when you see there are some spots on your shirt. So, that spot is something where that word has come from there. So, spot welding is a resistance welding process in which two or more overlap metal sheets are joined by spot welds. Students, initially I have shown you that machine where that electrode was coming in contact with each other, not each other, with the material which you are going to weld. So, in that you are applying basically a spot. Basically, a spot was applied where the spot welding is done. It can be from it can happen at, if you are using more than one electrode, then it will happen in a row or in a series. So, generally what we do a spot welding, we move the workpiece, then again we do the spot welding, again we do the move the material. So, in that way the at more than one places we do the welding. The method uses pointed copper electrode providing passage of electric current. The electrode also transmit pressure required to formation of a strong weld. So, the same electrode is used. I already said that this is a pressure technique, pressure and combination of resistance due to current flow, we apply a pressure and that pressure is applied through the same electrode. When you have seen that figure, you are applying the pressure through your leg, you are putting the paddle, you are moving the paddle such that the pressure is applied on the workpiece through the electrode. Diameter of weld spot is in the range of 3 to 12 mm. So, whatever spot you are getting will be of size of 3 mm to 12 mm. It is predominant process in automobile industries. It is used in the assembling of automobile bodies and its large component. I already said that spot welding, and I have said in case of resistance welding. Now, specifically spot welding is one which has been designed for automobile, which is focused on automobile industry. It is also used for manufacturing of furnitures and other domestic products. You must have seen your in your houses boxes, almiras, there also you use spot welding. In this process, the current and heat generation is localized in the form of electrode. So, how this process occurs? Initially, I will start with the first figure. You can see that the electrode is there and this is the workpiece. So, on the electrode the workpiece is kept in a lap manner. Second, you can see the force is applied when the workpiece is there. Here the molten metal is generated because the current is flowing, force is still an application. You can see that till this is for certain time, the method is, we are continuing that process. Then weld nugget is formed, which is of, it may be depending on the size 3 mm to 12 mm. You can see the diagram here, force versus current, spot welding cycle, and you can easily make out the current is for prolonged time and the pressure is there. So, this diagram is self explanatory. Seam welding, the same resistance electrode is there, but it is replaced by a wheel. So, the workpiece, the process remains same as spot welding, but the wheel is moving and the workpiece is moving through that, and then again the continuous weld beds are made, the material is joined. Seam welding is high speed and clean process which is used when continuous tight weld is required, like fuel tanks, drums, domestic radiators, gasoline tank, automobile mufflers. So, this way this is the material which you can see, this is the material and it is moving through the wheels, and we are passing the current on it, so that it can be welded. So, there are difference between spot welding and seam welding. The electrode are a pair of copper rods between which the sheets to be welded are positions. Electrode are a pair of rotating copper rolls between which sheets are to be welded and passed. The weld takes place at a discrete intervals. The seam weld joints are continuous. So, these are the major differences between spot welding and seam welding. Same way you can see the upset welding, where in the diagram if you concentrate, you will find that a force is applied and current is passed through that. Because of the current at the joint, the welding is done. So, in upset welding is joining the pieces end to end process. One is hold and the force is applied from the other side. This is flash welding, it is same as the last welding, that is upset welding, but here by bringing the workpiece in contact, a flash will be generated, and because of that the welding joint, you can see the welding joint is made and welding is done. In the projection welding, if you see the projection welding, here already projected workpiece is, so this is already done manually, and then that workpiece is brought in a lap manner between the electrodes and the force is applied. As a result, the welding nuggets are made and the welding is done. So, friends, with this I complete my today's lecture on resistance welding. Hope you will find it good, and diagrams will help you in understanding the welding technology, that is welding resistance technology. Thank you very much.